The Teen Phantom Part 31 in audio. When our thoughts drift to a naive and innocent child, what could we expect? The innocent intimate spirit of a child. Maker of all this wonderful earth and sky, I hope you don't mind or think I am bad if I don't kneel, curtsy or bow my head. Are you less pleased when I admire your greatness, rather than praise Jesus in church I shout, or just lie, with thoughts of your greatness upon my bed? Without one word you know my thoughts, some say. Some assure me it is when I feel mean you are tuned in, but for things of beauty you must hear me pray. Whatever your name may be, please ignore me not. Am I a naughty child to think the way I do? You I do so much want to know, and many times I have sought. You know everyone at one time was little like me. My name could have been Sissy, Sarah, Sally or Sue. It does not matter what I am called, I would still be me, so whatever you are called you would still be you. Everyone picks a name one likes, so I will pick one too. If you are God you are Mr. If you are a he, so if you don't mind you are just Mr. God to me. Some say Jehovah, others Allah, some just the great I am. You are big Jesus with a little Jesus, some will say. Some people just frown when some say Jesus, or God don't know if they mean little Jesus or big Jesus, but they have God mixed up with the great I am. A pretty world you have whipped together in 6 days. You made everything that is, most will confess, a fabulous job with earth, trees, flowers, and a few people. With others it seems you have made a mess. On the other hand, how in control you are no one seems to know. Of course there is that other fellow they talk about, he is probably like the Tooth Fairy or Santa though. Is it Satan or is it Lucifer? He is powerful naughty they say, with everyone else befuddled. You may be my only comfort and stay. Almost everyone thinks you hear, some that you talk back. It is so strange the many things they hear you say, it's as confusing to me as the knowing of your name we lack. I have never heard you speak, but it would be okay. You are not like Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy, I hope. No Tooth Fairy or Santa I know, so does my friend Mary Kay. No rabbit lays eggs, everyone knows that is the fact. I hope you can be trusted, most would lead me astray. What is so dim-witted, is a stork that delivers wee babies. Are we just dumb little kids and believing anything they say? Pulling rabbits out of hats does seem a little far out. I wish I could spend more time with my friend Mary Kay. Like me she says it is all trickery, with no doubt. Then there is heaven and hell everyone talks so much about. I think they should make this earth a wonderful place, not bash truth and trash the earth and look for a way out. I cannot take the noise they call music or his friends. I don't know how long before Daddy finds I'm gone. When Daddy finds out, he will wonder what's gone wrong. I know my daddy needs friends, but I don't like that kind. They drink, take dope, and that awful noise and smoke. I didn't want to leave, but darkness was invading my mind. If only I had my mommy, I would learn the things I need to know. I bugged Daddy about needing my mommy, but where mommy is we cannot go. This is really far out. Daddy says you took mommy home with you. I don't see how you could need a mommy as much as I do. Just make you a mommy, since you made those peoples and things. You know I cannot make mommies, so how can that be true? What will I do if you end up like the Tooth Fairy or Santa? I feel like giving up, but sometimes like seeing it through. From what most tell me it really makes me befuddled. I sure hope you are not like all the rest and I can count on you. I never saw mommy. Daddy says she left as soon as I came. I saw lots of mommy's pictures, looked pretty she did. Daddy told nice things about her, but that is not the same. Of all the mommies I know, Mary Kay's is the best. Ann's mommy is fair, maybe Tammy's mommy too. Kit's is okay, but I would not give a plug nickel for all the rest. Mister, this is gruesome reality. Shouldn't you help to find me a new mommy if you took my mommy away, please, Mr. God? It is true, Gods can have many names and there are many gods, but there is just one Father, the great creator of all things. This institution will not promote any particular religion. The first council will be 10 specially selected students. Each of those students will select 10 students to serve with them. This will be the second council. As a pyramid it will continue down, until it reaches to the last student. Our vision is for this institution to be a superior institution of knowledge for the whole world. We do not intend to seek geniuses or the super intelligent. In contrast, there will be no student turned down that has a mindset on facts and truth and love for truth beyond anything in this life with spirit behavior to match it. Charlotte is shocked at Mello's ability. He does not have the notes she gave him. If he did, she would not know what good they would do him, as he is searching the audience as he speaks, or he is strolling from one side of the stage to the other, his head is down looking at the floor, and some of the time he acts as though he does not have an audience. He does great throughout the lecture, he speaks of many interesting facts, then he closes. You have been a very special audience. It would be a privilege to work with all of you. I desire that our great Creator will guide your life as you visit here on this earth. Mello makes an impressive bow, then he strolls back to his seat beside Jane. The auditorium is very quiet for as many people it holds and for the high percentage of children, except for a chorus of amens following Mello's bow. Darren Leon Franks walks out in the center of the stage. We will close with a song sung by a prospective student. Nikki Ren Chen, would you come now and present your song? It will be Ada Jane Chapman accompanying Nikki on the organ, not in person but by recording. Nikki walks to the center of the stage. This is a wonderful privilege to perform for my friends. One of my close friends composed and wrote this song. It was with the help of 3 of his close friends. I dedicate it especially to my longtime best friend, and I hope you will not think me rude. I was asked not to disclose any of my friends' identities. The name of this song is The Return to My Little Sister's World. It is a very true story. Charlotte is utterly shocked. The title brings tears to her eyes. By the time Nikki finishes, Charlotte's tears have reached her blouse. Many have a similar problem. Nikki has shed a few tears, but it has not hampered her performance. Nikki's tears may have promoted the emotion in the audience. Charlotte's mother is in an emotional state. Sarah has shed tears also. Charlotte is wondering if she understood the song, or if her emotions are because of Charlotte's emotional state. Charlotte doesn't know until Sarah speaks in a whisper, "You must be Nikki's best friend, mother. It was about you and Aunt Jane. That is really the way she feels about you, mother." Charlotte eventually gets herself in control, then she tries to make a fast move looking to speak to all her friends, in the front of the auditorium and introduce Sarah to Bill and Carol. Speed is with no success. Everyone is so friendly and wants to meet and visit with them. Charlotte introduction is as Sarah and Charlotte Chapman, only to get many questions to answer with many bewildered faces, with remarks such as, "We didn't realize Mr. Chapman had children, how wonderful." Sarah does not try to change the assumption that they are sisters, she just smiles at them and she appears to be very happy. Their effort to make speed is quelled when they meet Larry and Laura Mason. It detains them for quite a while. In the latter end of their visit, Larry speaks with deep concern, "We just have one son. We were very disappointed when Ben would not come in. He stayed in the car. He is very depressed. I would have liked for him to have heard the lecture and the song the ladies sang. If Ben was in the parking lot he heard it all unless he plugged his ears. There are speakers all over the parking lot, and they are around the buildings in the security fence as well." Mrs. Mason speaks with a very pleased expression. "Good, he must have heard then." Mr. Mason seems ecstatic. "We would prefer you to just call us Larry and Laura." Then he looks at Charlotte searchingly. "Your father thought the tutor could get through to Ben. Do you know where we might find the tutor?" "No, I didn't know we even had a tutor." "Your father made us to understand it was a seasoned student. She has been here ever since the school opened." I have been here ever since the school opened 6 years ago. I know nothing about a tutor. I help some of the slower students, mostly the younger kids, but I am not a tutor. Larry smiles as if he has thought of something very clever. We would be very grateful if you would find time to speak with our son sometime today. I would be happy to speak with him, but do not expect much. I do relate to misfits, the downtrodden, and I welcome challenge, but I am not a tutor. I am just a little 12-year-old girl. When Sarah and I get back from our hike in the forest, I will see if I can find him and try to cheer him up and find out what he thinks his problems are. Most kids do not actually have problems, they just think they should have what they want. They refuse to accept the truth about how fortunate they are to have it as good as it is. It may be afternoon before I can speak with Ben, unless it is an emergency or I have business that I am not able to be here. We never miss our hike. For the last 3 years, I have set aside this time for a peaceful hike in the forest. I will be leading tours this afternoon too. I will try to see Ben before and maybe he will take the tour with me. You are a very wise little girl to set value on such a splendid activity as hiking. It could be considered wise. I suppose we do it to fulfill the needs of the spirit, Larry. Larry looks a bit puzzled. Yes, I am sure it does. Then with a faraway look as if he is assessing Charlotte, you are far more than we expected. Again Charlotte begins that silent grumbling. It is hard to know what they expected. I hope they do not think I am a miracle worker. We have taken up much of your time. There is a lady behind you that is very set on speaking with you. We will speak later then, after I have a visit with Ben. Charlotte turns to the lady. She finds Carol reaching for her with open arms. They hug each other with a very meaningful embrace. I could hardly wait to talk to you. I have been working my way to the back ever since I saw you get up to leave the balcony. Then the Masons got to you first. I learned a great deal listening to you and the Masons. Their son really needs you. I understand now what happened to Jim. It is not important what anyone calls you. You are still what you are and their son needs you. I have been so excited. I can enroll if they will have me. My mother was all for it and my father finally gave in. He came to check it out. He says it cannot be much all wrapped up in religion. It has nothing to do with religion, Carol. Religion is a belief without facts, and the school is to do with truth, all truth, not just a little path through it. I thought it was a religious school too until I heard what Mello had to say. You didn't sound religious yesterday, but you truly seem to be everything a Christian is supposed to be. My father is set on meeting you. He says anyone that can inspire his daughter like that has to be powerful, special. After Bill had a long talk with him last night, he thinks Bill has lost his mind. He said Bill has been the most carefree kid he has ever known, and now he is as serious as an old man is. He said he never thought Bill had it in him to confront his own father, with determination to make his own decisions concerning his future. Now I am curious how my father thinks after hearing Mello's lecture. Carol, I definitely want to talk to him today, but this morning I am sort of pressed for time. But perhaps I should meet your parents before we go. Do you know where your parents are? They were up front talking to Mello when I headed for you. When Carol turns to take them up front to meet her parents, she finds herself looking up into the face of a large gentleman. He has a smile that would make you think he had pulled off a fantastic achievement. Father, you are spying on me. Not at all, I am just viewing a gig of the little super brat. Mr. Russell stares at Charlotte with a harsh assessment look. I take it you are the little 10-year-old brat that is bringing disaster to my family. I am very sorry, sir, if that is the way you see it. I have no wish to have you or your family to suffer harm. I have just tried to be a kind and caring friend. I love your family very much. Your son and daughter are very special. Given a chance they will make you very happy. Success is in their destiny. They are the sort that will find a purpose in life, and they will obtain their goal though faced with great adversities. Mr. Russell looks a bit upset. How could a little smidgen like you know so much about my kid's future? It may be because I think they are chips off of the old block. I am sure you think your success is from your integrity and purpose in life. You have that straight, kid. It was not handed to me as I am handing it to my kids. Did you consider the possibility that you are hindering your children by not letting them fend for themselves? I think they are the sort that can make it on their own just as you did. How could you think such a thing after you warped Bill's mind out of shape? He no longer wants to be a lawyer. No, I see no success in that kid's life, not after what you did to him. You cannot think the only successful people in the world are lawyers. Just look at little Tara Ami. I would rather have her success than the 10 best lawyers in the world. Money is not everything, and money is not the definition for success either.